Congratulations, IES. Fantastic to hear that it's the 50th anniversary of the program. Congratulations. I am so humbled to be a graduate of this extremely powerful spirit. IES has created so many entrepreneurs. IES has produced people who look beyond themselves. IES has produced people who have love, who have that ability to trust people from other cultures. So to me, you can define IES in so many ways. You can view IES as this institution that is seeking out ways and means to look at water, to look at air, to look at people, to look at pollution. But in all of this, it's making you look within you. It's making you the journey within, which is the most important thing for a human being. And I think that word is transformation. And I can speak for myself and feel that all my gurus, Dr. Jean Willeke, Dr. Sandra Boy Hazelton, Chris Ingham, Ruth McLeod, Dr. Don Kaufman, Betty Haven, and Dr. Dwight Baldwin, and Dr. Dick Smith, Dr. Chris Webber, Dr. Dunleavy, my best friend Jeff Harmon, each of these people and the countless students, each student were like a star. Each one of them was so different. Each one of them allowed you to be yourself. Each one of them gave me unconditional love. And I particularly remember that moment when I got my first C. I was never used to that. And the students took me uptown and got me a Bruno's pizza and got me a whole tub of chocolate chip cookie ice cream. So those things will always stay with me. And each of those little dots have morphed into this Srini who firmly believes in continuing that beauty by way of a project that I have now called the Boundary Breakers. So I've dedicated my life to teaching young children. I'm very proud to say that my students performed at Columbia University last year, as well as MIT and Berkeley. And I sincerely hope and will always stay optimistic and positive that each of these students who I groom will first learn to be a friend, will first learn how to trust somebody from another world. Put others first and then look at themselves. I'm extremely grateful to Dr. Jonathan Levy for having given me this opportunity to enlighten myself once again in sharing this greeting with all my great colleagues. I use the word great simply because the admissions committee then did an extraordinary job in bringing people from all around the world and continued to do so year after year. So we had Dr. Chris Bartel, who was there before, and I had the opportunity to study under him as well. And every one of them, every teacher was so different from one another. I firmly believe that those lessons, even though I don't necessarily work in areas of toxicology over the last couple of decades, but every success, every achievement, the roots of all that came right out of IES.
aspects of the way Srini puts on a program is that he rehearses very few times, once or twice.
Yeah.
But if everybody has the finished product in mind, that can work.
The way we structure everything, the way we are organized in subtle ways without becoming too hung up on being, oh, this is my way of doing it. And I think this umbrella concept that was shared by our teachers, I'm very proud to say that I implemented it at every opportunity, especially in projects all around the US. I had multiple chapters of Global Rhythms at the University of Vermont, at Mary Baldwin University, and several other programs across the US. But notably at Miami University, all those successes came, I must say, because of Dr. Gene Welke, who was instrumental and the silent catalyst in nudging me forward to make changes all the time. He said, you cannot afford to stay here. You need to adapt. You need to bring in more energy from around the world to make it a more powerful spirit. And I think there's one word in India which we call bhakti. Bhakti means devotion. And there is a very deep sense of devotion that percolates in the heart of both Patricia and Dr. Gene Welke. It allowed them to see life in a myriad of ways. It allowed them to celebrate life every day. And they have taught me the meaning of the word gratitude. 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 They have taught me what it is to be always grateful every day for everything we have. That we are not entitled for anything.
Global Rhythms has been the major musical production at Miami for most of the I guess maybe all the years has been given.
Towards the last few years, every production had 600 to 700 people. We were never afraid of taking risks. We did it in the best interest of students. We did it in the best interest of the community and the beauty that the United States of America symbolizes to people like me from faraway worlds. That is a great nation. It will always be a great nation. Thank you. God bless you all. Happy 50th IES.